Hey y'all, this is Coach Brian back with a Brian Boxing News update. So if you didn't know, Triple G's May 5th fight is in jeopardy of being canceled. So BoxingScene.com reports that multiple sources informed them Tuesday night that Triple G's scheduled May 5th fight is seriously in jeopardy of being canceled. Basically, they don't have enough time to fill it with a big enough name and also to get the butts in the seat. Since Alvarez has been dropped and it was so late in the game, um, there's nothing. They don't know who Triple G can fight. So he's been a full camp. He's ready to fight, and you gotta feed your lion, because if not, it kind of messes you up a little bit. So you got to go ahead and pint and fight. And if you don't know, you've been fighting, training all this time. You got to let out and do something. Now, when you're a professional like Triple G and you've been training for a certain style of fighter or a certain style from a certain fighter, you get really specific. And it doesn't sound like it would be, but it's all about the edge and how they're going to adjust their game. So to throw somebody in that could possibly upset this whole imbalance or this whole balance that Triple G and Canelo, this big super money fight that they're going to have, to possibly mess that up. Alvarez doesn't want that. Golden Boy doesn't want that. And for sure, Triple G's team doesn't want that. Saying that, he still wants to fight. So what are they gonna do? So right now, Golden Boy Promotions also promotes a fighter by the name of Gary Spike O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan's been pretty decent. He just recently came off of a stoppage of Anton Douglas in the 7th round. It was an entertaining battle. It was both men going back and forth, but and Antoine was a prospect, so they expected him to win, and he had all the athleticism and everything. But O'Sullivan was able to catch him, stay on him, and drop him. Really good. I thought he'd be a good opponent for Triple G. I don't see him beating Triple G. I see him more like a journeyman, but at the same time, it would have been a decent fight. So there it is. It's either Canelo or bust. Well, not even Canelo bust. It's either Canelo with now that's drawn, or it's got to be a no name or bust. I wouldn't mind seeing Triple G fight. I honestly think he needs to fight. What's his name? Oh man, I can't think of his name right now. I totally drew a blank. But Billy Joe Saunders. I would really enjoy seeing Triple G and Billy Joe Saunders fight to get this over. Obviously, it's too late in Triple G's game right now to be able to adjust his training camp, because you don't want to have a long training camp. You'll overtrain and you won't be ready, you won't look crisp or whatever it is. So I would really like to see them fight. But until then, the 160 weight class is still kind of up in limbo right now. No belts are being changing hands. There's the same professionals, the same was it champions for the last whatever it is. It's Triple G and Billy Joe. Those are the only two left. They're not going to seem to fight each other right now. So I think, and I think it'd be Triple G has to make sure he only has. I'm now listen. I'm not his coach. I only feel, and I'm only feeling and thinking that based off his last performances, since he fought the special one, Kell Brook, that was a 5 or 6 round. I had Kell Brook winning most of his rounds until the knockout. And from since then, he's been kind of declining, and I don't know if so much of his skill set's been declining, or he's just been facing high end opposition, and their skill sets are just kind of. He's won. I mean, and I thought he had a good fight against Danny Jacobs. I thought Danny Jacobs at the time gave him, and to date has given him probably the best fight he has ever had, right? And that was I had Danny Jacobs losing by 1 because of the knockdown, but at the same time, like other than that, I had it at a draw, and you could even argue that people saw Danny Jacobs winning that fight, depending on which rounds you decided to give Triple G or not to give to Triple G. So I think it'd be a really interesting fight. Charlo brother, the big one, he's in that mix now. It's 160 is starting to stir the pot, and there's starting to be some names that are coming down and knocking down the doors. It's just Alvarez and Triple G have been the two big names that everybody is are using for the head of that class right there. So, anyways, that's what it is. It's either they're going to do it or not. Please let me know what you think. Who you think Triple G should fight May 5th? Do you think Triple G should fight May 5th? Uh, and if he should happen to win, do you believe that Alvarez deserves another chance at Triple G, or what avenues should Triple G explore? And what do you see going on for the 165-pound division, the middleweight division? Period. What fighter you feel is going to be taking over? He is going to be the leader of the new school. Do you see Danny Jacobs fighting Billy Joe Sanders? Anything. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for all your support. Pride never quit. Brown Boxing out. Peace.